walk away, my heart drops to the floor. They said it would get easier, but I don't know who for. Days move faster now, I swear, I can feel them slip away. But some things last forever, the love that never fades.
Hi guys, welcome back to another vlog. You might notice I look a little bit different today. It's because I decided to cut all 12 inches of my hair off and donate it to charity. Do we love it? Do we not? Either way, it's too late now. I'm just gonna have to do what I can with it. I decided to do it because I grew my hair out a lot last year for a lot of different events, and then it got to the point where I got too lazy to get a haircut, and then I may as well grow it out a little bit longer and then get the full 12 inches cut off, because that's what a lot of charities require as a minimum length to donate. So yeah, I was like, just do it, just cut it off. And then the hairdresser actually did a very good job, in my opinion. I'm not used to having so little hair. You know, it's like the first few days it felt like there was just something missing, like my head was lighter, I wanted to play with my hair and it wasn't there, and hey ho, it was for a good cause, so there we go. So I thought in today's vlog I'd do like a little cozy crochet, sort of maybe creative homebody sort of vlog. I mentioned previously that I've been really getting into crocheting, and it's really helped with just organising my thoughts, and it's got like a calming effect, and as someone who tends to overthink, it has really helped. And not to mention, it is really fun. Like I've always loved creating things, so this has just allowed me to get my creative juices flowing and allowed me to be crafty. So yeah, I'm going to bring you along with me to do some crocheting. I'm going to be crocheting a few bits. So I've got this hippo here that I've crocheted. This is from Crochet by Yagina, whose patterns I absolutely love. I've since bought so many more patterns from her as well, so I'll link her down below. And I think, because I enjoyed this so much, I'm gonna crochet another one in another colour. I'll talk more about that later. But yeah, as you can see, it's missing two back legs because I actually very unluckily ran out of this beige yarn on its last leg, quite literally on its last leg. It's been a couple of weeks now, my yarn's finally arrived. I'm trying so hard to find the motivation to finish this because I just really want to start other projects now, but I'm gonna get that done. And then I've also since started on a little bunny with its first ear, so that's also what I'm gonna do in this vlog. So this is all the yarn that I received. It literally feels like Christmas Day. Actually, tell a lie, this is my old yarn I've had in a TWG paper bag for the longest time, and as you can see, it's now been ripped apart from me tugging on it and pulling it everywhere for too long now. So I've upgraded my yarn storage to these really cute little baskets. How cute are they? Which open up to some of my yarn equipment, some of my crochet tools as well. And as you can see, I've purchased some really big safety eyes for some really big, literally big projects coming up. And then I've got this big one, which I think I'm going to use to store all of my stuffing, my thicker yarn. Oh, there we go. And then my thinner yarn, I'm going to see if I can store into these little baskets first. before I resort to throwing them all into here. Or maybe I'll buy a few more. I mean, they weren't too expensive and they look so nice, and I could do with some organising. Feels like Christmas Day right now. As you can see, it is a bit later now because what was meant to be a half-an-hour job turned into 1 hour's worth of work. So basically, somehow I did one ear too long. Don't know if you can see that. And by the time I realised, I'd already fastened off, and honestly, it was impossible to unfasten off this. So in the end, I decided the only solution was to start a second ear from scratch. So finally we have 2 ears, and what I'm gonna do is fold this in half and then sew it on like that, probably side by side. I'm gonna see how that looks. Yeah, I think that looks really cute actually. So yeah, I'll probably do that later. I'm gonna make myself a hot drink and then probably grab a shower, and depending on my energy later, I'll either do the rest of the bunny tonight before bed or tomorrow when I have free time. We'll see. But I will keep you updated on how the bunny goes. the hippo is done. It's a little bit wonky, but I'm not upset about that. I'm actually quite happy that this was the first amigurumi I've ever made, and it turned out so cute. You can literally use it as a pillow, and I love the colour scheme of it as well. It's just very neutral. I think with the eyes I might just add a little bit more, like maybe some eyebrows or like a little white stripe to make it just a little bit more animated. But yeah, it's finally got its legs and I'm just so happy with it. Today's actually quite a busy day. As you can see, I've got some Chinese New Year themed toys in the background because it's actually Chinese New Year's Eve. So that means we've got a lot of red pockets to pack. If you're not familiar with Chinese New Year, basically before you get married you get given red pockets. So one of these, which has a bit of money inside, as like a way to help you kickstart your year with some financial help, financial gifts. But then once you're married, assuming you would only get married if you were financially stable, that's when it's your responsibility to start giving out red pockets. So we've got a few here which are so cute. This is the McDonald's one from a few years ago that I collected, and then I also found some other really nice ones at home. That's what that one looks like, and then we've got oh yeah, we've got this one as well. I don't think we'll use them all, but we'll definitely pick out which ones to use. But yeah, so a lot of packing later, but before that I just want to take you through a very exciting unboxing. I finally received a lot of yarn, as you saw earlier, and I've been waiting weeks for this as well, so I'm so excited. You know, with how fast everything delivers nowadays, especially when you've got Amazon Prime, you get very impatient. Like, I've noticed I get very impatient when I have to wait a week or two for delivery, which is what used to be the norm when I was a child, but I'm just so used to instant gratification nowadays, which is another reason why I'm leaning more towards these slower, more mindful crafts and activities, because I want to train my brain to be less on social media, which is ironic because I'm starting a YouTube channel, but less scrolling on social media, less consuming of like really fast content, and more just taking the time to craft something and be with my thoughts and mind. But yeah, so long story short, I received a lot of yarn and crocheting materials. And then here we've got a lot of new tools as well, which is like Christmas morning for a crocheter or a fiber artist, which is a term I've recently come across. Anyway, so yes, I'm gonna do a quick unboxing. Just quickly, I actually bought more of this white yarn to finish off my little bunny. I also bought some more of the beige yarn. I bought a lot more to finish off this little hippo here. In hindsight, I think I overestimated how much yarn I actually need. I only really needed like a little bit more from one ball, but I ended up just buying more yarn balls of the same colour. But I mean, colours like this will never go to waste, so that's okay. I think I might put the small yarn for now into another one of these small baskets, and then here I've got so much more. I then, in the same material, which is a chenille yarn, I actually get these from a local store, but I'll link the most similar material and size that I can find on Amazon in the description so that you can purchase it wherever you are in the world. So I got a pink one. I can't remember what this was for now. And then I also got a multicolored one, which I'm gonna use again to make another hippo. When I saw this multicolored yarn, I thought, oh my god, it would be so cute to do like a color changing hippo for my little baby. So I will definitely take you along with me when I crochet that. And then I got these really big, really thick yarn balls in two very beautiful colors, and I think I'm gonna make two giant bunnies. I don't know how big these will turn out. I have a feeling they'll be quite big, but they'll be so cute. Look at these colors. So these will go in the big basket. And then finally I got these two colors, and I'm actually going to be making a giant blueberry turtle with these. So I'm very excited. This cream colored yarn I was actually expecting to be a little bit darker, but it's okay. I'm sure it'll still turn out very cute. Tools. Like I mentioned, I'm going to be making a giant turtle, so I got these safety eyes, which is 18 millimeters. And that will go on the turtle. I got some of these, which should help with putting thicker yarn through thinner needles for sewing. I got a bunch of bigger size crochet hooks, and I love that one set comes with so much. So as you can see, I got 8 millimeters, 9 millimeters, 10 millimeters, which are perfect for these bigger projects. A few other bits and bobs. I noticed as well that the white yarn I purchased came with a little crochet hook as well, which is so sweet of them. It's 6 millimeters, so thank you very much. Let me know if you prefer these simple ones or these ones with a bit more support. So far I prefer these ones more, but I might try this one too and see if it's like easier to, or see if it's more like ergonomically friendly for my wrists. So yeah, there's the unboxing. I've got a lot more yarn on the way, so look forward to more unboxings coming up. I went out and got some sushi, cooked ones, don't worry. So I've got this roasted eel sushi, and then I got this California roll, and instead of having raw fish eggs on the side, this one comes with sesame seeds. So I was really craving sushi, so I'm gonna eat that while I crochet the rest of my bunny's body, and then I'll show you when it's done.
Side by side we sway there in all the colors. Summer love, lonesome dove, folded on the lawn chair in all the colors. Summer love, remember when we were getting nowhere fast, when the garden won't stop giving back. Honeysuckle, fresh cut grass. I could really use some stuff like that. Talk to me and tell me all that you've seen in all the colors. Summer love, memories washed in every shade of green in all the colors. Summer love, remember the lazy river day canoe, bathing in the turquoise blue, losing track of time with you. Another peach pie sunset view, sleeping in the afternoon. No place to be and nothing to prove.
You guys, the bunny and the baby hippo are done, and I'm so happy with how they turned out. Honestly, I love the colour scheme of these. I'm so glad I went with a light pink for the baby bunny, and then I made it so that it basically can do the splits, which is so cute. I was debating whether or not to sew the legs on this way, if you know what I mean, but I feel like this just turned out so much cuter. It's the perfect little toy for a baby to just grab. And same with this baby hippo, it's just missing its eyes because I realised that the only black yarn I've got is too thin, and I definitely did not want to use safety eyes on a toy for a baby, so just waiting on the eyes now. But look at these nostrils and the tail is so cute. I'm so happy with how this yarn turned out. I honestly did not know what to expect, and truthfully the whole body of it was just a surprise because I had no idea how it would like sort of weave out and look. But then when it came to the nostrils and the ears and the tail, it was slightly strategic in the sense that when it got to a colour that was ideal for certain parts of the body, I would make that part first. For example, when it got to this salmon colour, then I decided to do the ears first, and then the nostrils are a bit of blue and yellow. And I definitely wanted it to have a baby blue tail. And then, but then when it came to the legs, I wanted it to be like a surprise, like a colour roulette. And so as you can see, one leg is like sort of like cotton candy, whereas this leg here reminds me so much of like strawberry milk. And then this one here is just like a starburst of pink. And then this one, by chance, is just pure white, and I love it. I love it like that. I love that it's a mixture of surprise and at the same time consistent with all the other parts. Otherwise, I don't know, I'd be quite upset if it was just a white tail or if the ears were different in colour. But yeah, I could go on and on about how much I love this hippo. For some reason as well, this was the exact same sized yarn, but because for this one I used a 4mm hook, and this one a 3mm, the 3.5 hook, it just turned out so much nicer and less like holey, if that makes sense. So that is why I would 100% recommend one of these yarn rulers if you haven't got one already, because it just made such a big difference to the amigurumi. Long story short, I am just so obsessed with this yarn. I'm definitely going to do more projects with more of these ombre gradient yarns because I love it. It turned out so nice. At the same time, the colour of this bunny is just, it's so simple and classic, but perfect. So cute. And I forgot to mention its tail. Wonk wonk. But yeah, I could go on and on, but it is quite late in the day now. I've spent most of today just crocheting, and I'm gonna call it a day and end the vlog here. If you've watched it up until this point, thank you so much for staying with me. I hope you liked this sort of video. I'm enjoying my crocheting so much. I'm definitely going to do some more cozy crochet vlogs, so let me know if you liked it, if you want to see other creative arts and crafts that I do. Let me know, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!